Epitaph Prime is the Prime version of Epitaph with improvements to the slide damage, and it was released alongside with Sevagoth Prime and Nautilus Prime. This weapon has charged shots and uncharged shots, and it deals pure blast damage on uncharged shots and primarily slash damage on fully charged shots. At the same time, shots have a guaranteed impact proc on direct hits. The uncharged shots explode in a 10-meter radius on impact with the surface or enemy. The initial hit and explosion apply status effects separately. The explosion does not need a direct line of sight to deal damage and will penetrate walls too. And it applies guaranteed cold proc, which is really good. The charge shot has the highest critical chance of all secondary weapons and has high critical damage multiplier too. The charge speed of this weapon is really good. The unique trait of this weapon, it deals plus 20% headshot damage when wielded by Sevagoth or Sevagoth Prime. Now let's compare the Epitaph Prime and the normal Epitaph side by side. As you can see, Epitaph Prime is the best option to go for. Now let's talk about how to get the weapon. Normal Epitaph blueprint and the components can be acquired from Voidstorm missions in Earth Proxima, Venus Proxima and Saturn Proxima. And all parts can be traded between the players too. On the other hand, Prime Epitaph can be obtained by opening relics. Once you have the weapon, we can start modding the weapon. I have two different builds, one for beginners and one for Steel Path players. Some of the mods are common in this build. Hornet Strike for plus 220% damage, Lethal Torrent for plus 60% fire rate and plus 60% multi-shot, Accelerated Isotope for plus 60% radiation damage and plus 40% fire rate, Pistol Ammo Mutation to convert the primary ammo to secondary ammo, Pistol Pestilence and Jolt for plus 60% toxic damage, plus 60% electric damage and plus 120% status chance. If you don't have Jolt, you can replace it with Scorch or Frostbite. So if you are a beginner, you can add Barrel Diffusion for plus 120% multi-shot, Pistol Gambit for plus 120% critical chance, Pistol Elementalist for plus 90% status damage and plus 60% reload speed. And for the Arcane slot, use Secondary Merciless. I know it's difficult to get Arcane if you are a beginner, but you can buy the Max Primary Merciless Arcane for 20 to 40 platinum from Warframe market. So this is how the build will look like. This build is for quick shot and decent charge fire rate. And if you want a Steel Path build, then add Galvanized Diffusion for multi-shot, Galvanized Shot for status chance, Prime Pistol Gambit for critical chance. And for the Arcane slot, use Secondary Merciless. And this is how the build will look like. This build is for quick shot and decent charge fire damage. But if you want to enhance the charged fire damage, you can replace the Pistol Elementalist with Hemorrhage to apply 70% chance to slash damage, as the weapon has high impact damage and the fire rate is below 2.5. Or replace it with Carnage Stinger for plus 90% slash damage and plus 60% status chance. And if you have a good Riven mod, use the Riven mod, but in my opinion, we don't even need a Riven mod for this weapon, as it has low Riven disposition and has high crit chance and status chance. At Rally, Sarin, Hydroid, Mirage, Rhino, Octavia, Grendel and Zaku, these Warframes have good synergy with Epitaph. And Warframe abilities like Roar, Nourish, Eclipse, Zata's Whisper have good ability to increase the damage of the Epitaph. The beauty of this weapon is that it can be used as a primer to deal great damage with other weapons or Warframe abilities. If you play with Serrin, Grendel or Hydroid, then instead of modding for corrosive, mod for gas, blast and magnetic, as these Warframes can add viral and corrosive damage to your weapon without even modding for it. If you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more awesome builds and awesome contents. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again on the next video.